Dharma friends. First, we will recite page number 4, refuge in the Bodhicitta part. Thank you. You are going to remember 3 jewels because you have received refuge vow. It is your samaya to remember 3 jewels. Actually, it says 3 times in day and 3 times in night. But at least we try to remember 3 jewels in once a day. So until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly by the merit of generosity and the other perfections. May I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Oh, page number 5. Arise bodhicitta from your mind. May all mother thinking beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they not be separated from, may they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they not be separated from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Tamke doje shache rezondron jinje mata doje pongjamba serje lombo tabre jibek shache jabbe jadungus janzar turje janje tilo naro tang marpa mala juje gambo ba pamo dreba jawan dogomba Kagyu lama namje da jonje danandana zara tamje da lama labu laye jiso zon lasan yon tin jamzung ala Tindri donjin rebe gele zor daso lo chusan rawar zinje labda zor chu lamdan rawar zinje labda lam drawa zevara zinje labda zor drawa ishi zanja vara zinje labda zor jinjen zava lama jije kusan doje zinlam dada dage julam ped dage timba da zinje je don labo jendra para zinje labda zor. Okay, you unmute and then you follow me. I recite this Manjushri's supplication. Lama Tang Gombo Jepjun Jambu Yangla Chansalo Kangelode Denye Dender Nyetarnanda Rasarve Jenye Donggen Jejin Zecher Nije Togar Le Wan Zen Ganda Sebe Zorar Mare Muntan Donge Jizerve Rozo Gunla Beje Darze Yin La Zhou Yang Dian Song Zhou Dar Che Zhou Nyo Mo Ni Long Le Jie Jia Zhou Zhuan Ze Jing Ma Re Mun Se Dong Er Nye Ge Jie Ni Jun Ze Rar De Nam Do Ne Da Jian Sa Jun Tar Sun Yon De Le Zo Jar Se Tove Ge Je Cha Je Dang Je Ni Jian Zhe Da Le Men Se Jian Be Yang La De Om Arapaza Nadi 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 di 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 Ne Ka tan ten 正觉，用罗多巴，耶罗德波贝，南瓦扎德，说。Okay, thank you so much, you all. And today's Essence of Mahayana teaching session is verse number 6. It says, having found the profound meaning, stay alone at solitary places. At a place perfect in qualities, apply yourself with diligence to practice. Sitting straight and in Vajra posture, establish mindfulness. As an antidote for fixation on this life, contemplate impermanence and death. So, last Sunday, I taught about the meditation part, and then how to apply body for meditation. That's I already taught you last Sunday, and then today. Actually, there are a few things to share about the methods of meditation, and after that, then as this verse says, contemplate impermanence and death. So we are going to discuss impermanence. So I think we are going to discuss on there with through Milarepa's song, and how did he do? Do you agree? If yes, raise up your hand. Okay, thank you. So when we meditate, even we meditate for 5 minutes or meditate for 1 hour, or we meditate whole life. The biggest problem is there are eight problems. Among them, one problem is laziness. Laziness is the big problem of Dharma practicing, and also laziness is a big problem of meditation. So laziness, you know that I'm going to practice Dharma, but then right now I'm so busy to do other things, so I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow you think you are going to do that next week or something like that. But our life is flying. Our life is flying towards next stage or pardo stage or so forth. So that's why the best antidote of laziness is delight. Delight means you need some enthusiasm, enjoying to meditate, enjoying to practice Dharma. That's very important. And sometimes then you, so if you have enthusiasm, then you can practice, and you can progress if your practices Otherwise, somebody says, do practice, do it right now, like as parents tell to their kids, do homework, tomorrow you have a class at 9:30 or 10 or something like that. Do homework, your teachers will be upside, otherwise something like that. And then children sees the books. Some children are a little bit bother or boring or something like that when they see books. Oh, I'm going to do homework. But when we practice Dharma, we need some enthusiasm, interesting. Oh, I'm going to practice Dharma because Dharma benefits me and Dharma benefit all other beings. We can, if we are going to help other sentient beings, Dharma is the best, how to say, phenomena, best thing to help other beings, because we arise love. We generate compassion towards other beings, and then we help other beings. And then other beings also understand, oh, love and compassion are extremely important. So that's where then they start to practice love and compassion. And then slowly they, first they only hear the love and compassion. Second, they can feel it. And they can feel it, and then we can remember the Buddha's profound teachings. We can remember Buddha's kindness, and so the delight or enthusiasm or interesting is very important. So that helps you to reduce your laziness. And then second obstacle of your meditation is you forget the path instructions. You meditate like this and that and those, and then we often hear about these informations, but we forget it. So that's where the antidote of the forgetting is actually mindfulness. Mindfulness, mind and fullness. That mindfulness means we are going to remember one time, two time, third time. We should repeat it. If we will repeat it, and then it stays in our mind. For example, we memorize some prayers since very well during the memory these prayers, and then right now, if we are going to recite it, the most of time is kind of spontaneously come from the mind, and we can recite. That means we repeat very perfectly, repeated it. Perfectly. That's where mindfulness is very important. Mindfulness means first you think, oh, I'm going to apply the methods of meditation, and then first you do first, and you apply second times and third times and fourth times, and then one day it spontaneously come to you. So the problem of obstacle of meditation, maintaining meditation, is you forget the methods of meditation. So that's where you try to remember that. Of course, some we forget. Otherwise, if we don't repeat them, do them again and again, then we easily forget them. So then third is the agitation and drowsiness, like a foggy or something like that. So at that time you need you are going to make efforts, and you are going to apply the antidote of agitation, and you are going to apply the antidote of drowsiness. Drowsiness means you are a little bit sleepy, or your mind is unclear. It's like a foggy, uh, and then you are unclear. Half you listen Dharma, or half you are waking up, and half you are sleeping, or something like that. So that is the drowsiness. So for example, you are focusing on an object of meditation, and sometimes you can focus there, but sometimes you can't focus on the object of meditation. And so even you don't understand that you cannot focus well on the object of meditation. So that means at that moment you have your mind is drowsiness or sleepy. And then the agitation means you try to focus on an object and meditate, and then your mind scattered. Your mind travels to different places. Your body is on in your room, but your mind travels to around the universe, everywhere. And then your mind pick up lots of your mind pick some good informations up is good, but your mind pick lots of useless informations up. That's why then everything bring by your mind and then dissolve in your body, in your life. So that's where then there are lots of problems. So we have a solution to remove all of these problems, and also we have power to create all the problems. That's where right now we have choice which one we are need to prefer. So most of the time try to watch our mind. Don't watch so much outside phenomena, we watch towards outside phenomena until today. So if we look back, and then what did we get until today? What we received, these things we cannot satisfy. So that's where we are how to say, our mind is empty, and still we are try to find happiness. So that's why the our mind is Buddha. There's no Buddha other than our mind, but then sometimes our mind becomes friend of agitated thoughts, and sometimes our mind becomes a friend of drowsiness. So that's where then our life is unbalanced, And then, but then next, the fourth obstacle of your meditation is sometimes some practitioners are very good meditator, and they meditate. They are meditating, and then, for instance, they maintain on the object of meditation single-pointedly, but then they don't continually maintain on there. What they do is they examine, can I maintain on my meditation? My meditation is good or not good? One asks by oneself. So that's where at that moment you are going to also apply the wisdom, and you are going to understand that right now your mind meditation goes very well, like a long rivers. So it continually follows towards boundless ocean. So that is the important one. So then then number 5 is there is a Actually, I said 8 faults, but there are 5 faults. Sorry, 5 faults and 8 antidotes. Fifth is sometimes your mind is travel. Your mind travels to everywhere, and your mind says that it's good, that bad, is yes, it's no, and then sometimes your mind is combined with ignorance, and sometimes your mind combined with attachment, anger, jealousy, and so forth. At that time, you don't apply the mindfulness, you don't apply the delight, or you don't apply aspiration or intention or diligence and so forth. So that at that time you are going to apply some of these. Especially you are going to apply the actually we say these mindfulness and attentiveness or carefulness. So right now your mind is like our mind is like our baby, and then we are going to take care of our mind with 2 things. One is mindfulness. Another is attentiveness. Attentiveness means when obstacles of meditation arises in your mind, you are going to watch. Oh, what is that? And then you examine it as what is that? Oh, that is this. And then you give definitions and so forth and so on. Then it doesn't work. So you understand that, for example, I will tell you the pretty good example. I stay here and just one person come here next to me and that person says, you are not a good person. At that time, immediately I apply mindfulness. Oh, I'm a meditator. So first I should acknowledge that, oh, that person says that. And immediately what I know is, oh, I'm a meditator, so this is the obstacle of meditation. So what I try to do is I'm going to try to do maintain on the object of meditation. I don't try to against that person. So that's where there is a faith, there is the inclination and intention or delight, and then diligence, and these mindfulness, attentiveness. These are very important of our meditation to improve meditation. Actually, we all know. Sometimes maybe you feel that. Me too. Sometimes we feel, oh, I don't need so much information about practice. Main thing is the practice. Put into the action in our daily life. That's very true, very true. But the different thing is we hear often, for example, if every Sunday we don't have meditation class, for example, here, just an example, of course, everywhere there are different meditation classes. If we don't lead the meditation class on Sunday, then, today I don't have a class. And then it's like a day off. Then the whole Sunday, no meditation. Even individually no meditate, does not meditate, because we don't have this meditation class. So that's why every Sunday, if we have a meditation class, every Sunday, 1 hour, we meditate. And then rest of times we cannot meditate because we have other things to do. So that's why every Sunday if we calculate, every Sunday 1 hour, we meditate 1 hour, and after 10 years later, definitely it changes. I'm not great practitioner, but every Sunday I meditate with the Dharma brothers and sisters. So now I had at least a simple example is I stay on the meditation posture has no problem. Otherwise, first time try to meditate, and then my knees carry away my attention. My knees is very skillful thieves. They steal my meditation mind. And then my bag is very powerful, kind of very powerful, also a thief, and it takes away my meditation. And then my feeling, I exaggerated that my time 1 hour becomes like a 1 day. And then the focus, remember about meditation, let it start to be boring or something like that. But fortunately, the kindness of you, Dharma brothers and sisters, and we continually meditate, and then first the body comes in the very natural on the meditation cushion. So very kind of no need to particularly relax in my bedroom, so stay on the meditation cushion skillfully, and then relax. It's very relaxed. That's number one. So that's where I have to remember the kindness of our Dharma sisters and brothers who participate and who listening Dharma. So you all are my guru, really. If I actually, of course, I'm going to remember your kindness frequently. There's a story Nagarjuna gave, a story. I share with you this story. It's a little funny story. For me, I think it's pretty funny, but funny means there is a story that one village, there were once upon a time, there was a very huge village. In the village, there are many families and many people were there. And then continually these people moved to different places, and that land or village became empty. There's nothing. And then there is a very big, like a canyon or very big hole on the ground. Inside of this ground, the few animals fall down there. Who are they? Who were they? They are, number one is one human being, one person. Second is mouse. Mouse, yeah. Mouse is, I think, plural. Mouse. Yeah, mouse. Thank you. Mouse. And then there's in English call is a hawk. Probably the one bird's name. Actually, H-A-W-K, but in English, maybe same pronunciation is hawk. Hawk. So how many animals? 3. Man, person, mouse, and hawk, and then snake. The four animals in the hole, very big hole. They cannot come outside. And then one person come there, and then that person saw there, there are 4 animals fall in this big hole. They cannot come out of this hole. And then that person helped them. That person came there and pick up that man outside of that hole. Snake move outside of there. And then this mouse and then hawk. These 4 animals moved outside of there. And then then that man seems like a merchant, like a businessman. So he traveled to sell things and buy things. So then one day his business did not go well. His business did not go well. That's where then he became like a beggar. So he has no food. Even he has no food. That's where he tried to become like a hunter. So then he went to the mountainside. And then, but he could not find any kind of animals. He could not find. So that's where then this hawk hawk noticed that, oh, that person who helped me one couple of weeks ago, he helped me to take out of this big hole. So now I'm going to help him. And then the hawk fly in a kingdom. There was a queen. Queen, she was wash her head, and she has many kind of jewels, ornament, decorations. And then she, of course, when she wash her hairs, at that time she put some jewels on the table, and then this hook took it away, and then that hook gives it to that man. And then then of course that man does not want to kill animals for his food, because he got jewels. Then he came back his home, and then he met that person who he helped to take out of the big hole. And then he said, "Oh, birds are really amazing. Do you know I helped to you and a hawk and other animals. That hawk still remember my kindness. That's why he returned his kindness. That's why he brought the jewel from the queen. So he shared with that person. And then the queen lost the jewel, the decoration. So that's why then the king announcement. Oh, my queen's lost her jewel from for her head. So anyone who found that, I give some great gift. So then this man, that man, he went there. I mean, the men who were in the hall. Then he went to the king and he said, "Oh, my friend, he got that because the hawk gave that jewel him." So then he got some gift from king. So then king caught that businessman and punished and put into the jail. And then put it into the jail, and then band with chains and so forth, and then he put in the jail, and then mice just walking there. Moise saw his friend was in the jail. Is in the jail that who helped him. So then the mouse went to the snake. Mouse shared that, oh, our friend who helps us, that person is right now in the jail. So can you help him or something? And then the snake went to the kingdom, and then snake snake is actually related about naga. So then he produces some poisons, something like that. And then the king's throat has problems to breathe in and out. So that's where then they ask, we say more some who using some kind of astrology or something. The king asked astrologer, what is the problem of the throat? And then the astrologer says that, oh, this is the problem of Naga's disease, but that cause is you caught a man and you put in the jail, if you don't release that, your disease will not able to release you. Your disease does not go from you. So that's where then the king went to the jail, and then he released that person. So then the king also recovered. So what is the story? What do you understand? What is the moral of this story? The moral of this story is actually animals can return their kindness. Animals can return their kindness to that man, because snake helped, mouse helped, hook helped, but only the man, he gets some benefit from king. That's where he forget the kindness of that man, the merchant who helped him. So why I share this story is, actually I think, I'm spiritual master, so I give to you teach. So you are my student, you are going to listen my teachings, you are going to listen whatever I say. It is not, if I do thinking like that, then I become like that man who did not return the kindness to this merchant. So because of you all listening these teachings, and then through this way my Dharma practice increases, and so this is a real happen. It has been happening. So between you, all Dharma brothers and sisters, you each other respect each other, support each others about Dharma. That's very important. And we are recite the Manjushri prayers. That recitation is also for improving your wisdom, improving your Dharma realization, and also this recitation is for praying. The Manjushri prayer is for our Dharma brothers and sisters who had some problems, like physical problems, mental problems, and also financial problems. So if we have this spiritual wisdom, there are many, then we can find many kind of method to solve the problems. We recite Manjushri's prayer, suddenly money may not come down from the space, but we understand how to save money, or how to get job, or how to connect with the person, and how we can apply jobs or something like that. And then someone has no jobs and no work, and then how we can help them. And also it helps us to maintain our relation with our friends and spiritual friends. If we have spiritual wisdom, and then we understand that all love, loving kindness and compassion are very important, harmonies are very important, and tolerance are very important. So that's where then sometimes you are being together with your partners, and you have different views, and sometimes you can understanding each other's. So especially in degenerated time, Buddha said, in degenerated time, actually people fight because of different view. Different view, it does not always mean only like a big religious, the only religious fighting by a different view. Not like that. It personally has different views. For example, I like salad and somebody like bread. My partner likes bread. And then if I say our breakfast must be salad, then my friend one day understand, two day understand, then it's so difficult. But I say, my friend likes bread, but I like salad. So best way is I buy salad, my friend buy salad, and we can put both of these things in the one fridge or refrigerator, and then if if we have some financial problems, and today I eat, for example, I buy salad, and next time my friend bought will buy bread. At that time, I try to eat half, or still I respectfully let my friend eat if I can't eat, something like that. So that's why the Dharma wisdom is very, very important. For example, the problems can transform into happiness. So then actually we are samsaric being. Right now we are in the samsara, but because of Dharma practice, definitely we can transform this samsara in nirvana. So that's why they recite this Manjushri's prayer is for the sake of all of these benefits. So during this recitation, we try to arise compassion, love, and that's very important. So actually, there is a Milarepa says there is 10 difficulties or 10 hurdles. So 10 hurdles or 10 difficulties. So I will introduce these things. But still we obtain the precious human life right now, so we can solve many problems. We can prevent many new problems. And if some problems came already in our life, we try to reduce these things. Okay? So actually, Milarepa says that a free and resourceful and fully occupied human body that's freed of 8 unfree states is not easy to get. So actually, we say there are 18 kind of the 8 freedoms, and then there's 10 favorable conditions. So these are very, very difficult to attend. Some of these we already attend, so we may not have a question right now. We are no need to worry about that. For example, we attend human being, so that I don't want to repeat. So we all know that, yeah. But the thing is, there is as Milarepa says in second term, second line, he says, to get to the heart of this free and resourceful occasion and get past the pleasures of life is not easy to do. So we are attached with a very kind of temporary happiness. So temporary happiness, if we attach temporary happiness, then seems it's okay. Why not? We attached our food, our favorite food. Yeah, we attached over some drinks. They help us. We attached to travel to the sometimes the mountain side, sometimes the river side. So they helps us. But the problem is that temporary happiness. It does not mean temporary happiness is not happiness. But temporary happiness lead the suffering. For example, it's like we give us some toy, like a unicorn or some the other things, a baby. When we give that to the baby, then baby are happy, and they play. They play with these things, and we take back from this. Then the babies start to cry. Likewise, when we experience temporary happiness, we are happy. But when this temporary happiness disappears, then we are experience suffering. So that for that reasons we are going to how to say we try to found essence of precious human life. What is the essence of precious human life? Is we start from love, start from compassion, and then we start to understand more profound of Dharma. So, for example, love, actually, how many times we say love, loving kindness and compassion, especially loving kindness, we heard these words, but if we do not feel it, then we cannot give value. Doesn't matter, I teach here and bring very kind of big words, it doesn't benefit. But when we say loving kindness, at that time you try to feel it. Internally, you think, may all beings be happy, my friends are be happy, my classmates are be happy, my Dharma friends are be happy, my families are be happy. So you think with you feel it. When you feel it, then this feeling pervades every part of your body. So at that moment, you can feel some bliss. So then if you maintain on there, so then whenever you are engaging some suffering, when you almost ready to experience the suffering, and then normally you try to do other things. Most of the time, we forget, as I said, we forget path instructions. That's why we forget how to solve these problems. But when we really experience suffering, at that time we try to purify this suffering, but it's quite too late. Not very too late, but it's still late. So that's where if you generate bodhicitta or loving kindness with your feeling, and you feel, oh, at that moment my mind is happy. You can feel happiness. So you're almost ready to occur some obstacles or problems, and immediately you can remember generate love, generate bodhicitta and compassion. So then these problems still comes, but they cannot effect in your mind, in your life. So that's very important. And then, as Milarepa says, that to see what is wrong with the phenomena of samsara and accomplish nirvana is not something easy to do. So that's very true. For example, actually, we see the faults of samsara. It does not mean that, oh, this village, these people, the culture are faults. We don't. If we think like that, that is not a good solution. So main thing is, oh, this I. Most of the time we say I. This is a very kind of the biggest cause of my suffering. So if I have a big I or big ego, I have a big suffering. If I have a big bodhicitta, and I have big happiness. So the karma cause and effect are like this. So then, then what is nirvana? In this moment, over nirvana is bodhicitta. Over nirvana is compassion. So Milarepa says we can see the faults of our grasping, and we cannot try to generate bodhicitta and compassion. So that's is also one difficult one. And then Milarepa says, although one might practice true Dharma extensively, the purest conducive conditions don't easily join. So that means some Dharma practitioners really they love to practice Dharma, but there's some kind of supporters. They need some. For example, someone so excited to become enlightened. Some of my friends say that, Oh, I don't want to rebirth Amitabha's Pure Land because there takes so long time there. So I'm going to attain Buddhahood directly. Many friends told me like that. But that's a good thing. They are very excited. But the problem is, they don't have methods to attain Buddhahood immediately, suddenly, or quickly. So that's where their hope and their situation are paradox. Their situation is suffering, obstacles, and difficulty moment, and their wish is to attain Buddhahood. So that's where actually the precious right now talking these things talking about precious human life. So human life is easy, but precious human life is not easy. For example, if today I generate bodhicitta, today's my human life is precious human life. If tomorrow I will not generate bodhicitta and I do not practice Dharma, my life is not precious human life. My life is still human life, but not precious. So precious means for oneself and other side. We are going to think two ways. If I have bodhicitta in my mind, not only in my mind, there are engaging bodhicitta and aspiration bodhicitta. Aspiration bodhicitta is in my mind. Engaging bodhicitta means I should come out in the society, in the village, in the cities, and I should, in the public, I'm going to help. I'm going to put into the action. So that's where if I do that, then I become like a precious medicine. I become really precious. Then my life is precious human life for other beings. Somebody says, oh, I have very challenge because I lost my job, or I have this problem, or I have some problems because of natural disasters, or because of my disease, or because of my financial, or because of my friend, or because of something. And then right now I think I'm going to be suicide. Somebody on that stage, at that time, if then our Dharma friend goes there and tells the suicide is not easy, it's not fortunate, it does not help you. But right now you understand Dharma, you understand how to recite mantras, you understand how to read Dharma prayers, and you understand the listening the Dharma, you can understand how to meditate. So you do some of these. And then first they do listen to the Dharma friends, and second time they can experience. Third time they turned the kind of like a Buddha. Then third time they start to other beings. It's exactly Milarepa what happened. Later we are talking about Milarepa's life story with these teachings. So that's why Milarepa exactly he experienced that when he was his home with his family. So at that time he first few times Milarepa thought he is going to suicide because he was many how to say he experienced many sufferings. So that's why let us see Milarepa how he happened. When Milarepa was with his family, his uncle and aunts created some problems, and then he experienced tremendous suffering. So then he thought he is going to suicide for many times. But the Milarepa's best decision came from is his experience of suffering, when he experienced suffering, and then he remembered Dharma. Especially he remembered impermanence. Today's our main teaching is on there. So that's where Milarepa, he said, on impermanence, I meditate and practice on impermanence. That helps me to become great practitioner. So, but then usually we think, oh, Milarepa meditate on impermanence occasionally, particularly in different ways. No, that's where we have we cannot improve our practices through this understanding. Milarepa practice impermanence, meditate on impermanence, very simple way, very simple way. So he says, he says that phenomena of every kind appearing to exist, they cannot last, cannot stand their ground. They change and go their way. Especially samsaric phenomena have no substantial core, because the deeds I have done before have lacked substantial path. I'm going now to practice Dharma that has a substantial path. So Milarepa says, generally, means what he found is, he focused outside of these situations. He focused, they all kind of change. They all change. Especially the samsaric activities, samsaric phenomena change. So that's where then he thought, because first his family was rich, his parents, they all being together, and lots of that things there, good things. He was the very kind of lovely kid in between his lovely parents. But they all changed. So that's where then Milarepa says, I'm going now to practice Dharma that has a substantial path. So first he wake up from there. And then second, he says that at first the father was alive, but I, the son, was not. By the time the son was on his feet, the father was no more. But even when they were both alive, they had no substantial path. I, the son, choose secret Dharma, kind of sacred Dharma with its substantial path. I'm going now to meditate at Wet Rock Horse Tooth Cave. He says, the Milarepa says, Tambo pa yo zana bungami. He sings song. Actually, he says, he just sing these songs, and then at that moment he just look at his family, his own family. So he said that first the father was alive, but I, the son, was not. So that's how he found the impermanence in his family. When his family was, when Milarepa, his father was alive. His father was also, father's name is Milarepa Jansin. Milarepa Jansin. When Milarepa Jansin was alive, then Milarepa was not there. So that's where this they were at that time at that moment Milarepa was impermanent. And then next he says, by the time the son was on his feet, the father was no more. So after Milarepa, then Milarepa grows, and then Milarepa's father passed away. So Milarepa's father passed away. So then he says, when father was alive, I, the son, was not. When I, the son, stand at my feet, at that time, then the Milarepa's father passed away. So that's where Milarepa found, oh, it's impermanent. Usually, actually, we looking in the situation of this world, they kind of teach the Dharma to us because everything is changed. Everything changes. Because of some natural disasters and other problems, everything changes. So we can understand that this life is not permanent. Right now, each and every year we are step by step close towards next life. But our preparation is almost, we think like we stay in this world permanently. So that's where it is paradox. What happened and what we do are paradox. The problem is when we are ready to die, then in the hospital, then we understand, but at that time we have no choice. Even all the families stand up near us, and then they cry and they say, "Don't, you are not ready to die." So how many times they cry and how many times they say this body is limited, it's not unlimited. So if right now we understand these situations as Milarepa understood impermanence, then spontaneously we can improve our Dharma practice. And then Milarepa says, but even when they were both alive, they had no substantial path. So even his father and Milarepa being Milarepa and Milarepa beings together, there is no substantial path. Means because at that time they did not practice Dharma, and at that moment they did not try to find the essence of precious human life. So that's where he says there's no the substantial path. And then I, the son, choose. It seems like a sacred Dharma with its substantial path. I'm going now to meditate at Wet Rock Horsetooth Cave. Wet Rock Horsetooth Cave is, if future you have time to go to different holy places, there is a rock, mountain rock, very higher, and then the rock's color and design is like a horse tooth. So that's where their gift name is like a horse, wet rock, because of the color. Or horse tooth they give that name because of rock's color and shape or design. Cave means there's a very small cave. So Milarepa stayed there and meditate in that rock cave. So actually Milarepa has many caves. Among them, so one cave is like this mountain rock horse tooth cave. So he was meditated on there. So before he meditated there, he said, "I'm going to go there and meditate on that place," because he cannot stay his hometown because his family problems. because he has his family problem, and that's why he cannot stay. But it's not. He don't try to run away from his family problems. He try to go to the wet rock horse teeth cave, because he remember there's samsaric things are kind of he thought kind of this is useless. There is no substantial path. So that's why then he went to the mountain rock. So he stayed there for many years. He stayed there many years. No food, no clothes, and so forth. He stayed there, and then he said that I'm afraid of death. So Milarepa said he is afraid of death. So he's not sure when he will die. So that's why he ran away this the White Rock horse tooth cave. And then he says he meditated there that when he will die, I'm not sure. He said, "Namchi chami gongon," means I'm not sure when I will die. And then he meditated on there, and then what he found is he found deathless. Deathless. He meditated the gross impermanence. Impermanence means it's changed, but subtle impermanence are everything is a delusive phenomena. So there is the impermanent is also how to say not truly exist phenomena. So then he started to meditate like a boundless empty space, and he found the real true nature of mind. How did he found is he meditate. Yeah, of course, first he has no meditation cushion, so his bottom hurts because he has many wounds on his bottom. So that's why he showed that his sister, he showed that his student Gampopa, both. So that is also his great path instruction. So he get cold, and he got hungry and thirsty and so forth. And then he meditated slowly. He mixed his mind and empty space. First, he could not mix that, so he said, I Milarepa, meditate in this cave. I'm alone, no friends, no helpers. So he stayed there alone. And then when weather is getting cold, he get cold. When there's no food and drink and so forth, he has many challenges. But then he, instead of search some kind of like a heaters and try to find like a mineral waters, expensive water and something like that. And then he just maintained there physically, and mentally he mixed his mind and empty space. And then slowly, then Milarepa don't focus so much outside, and he focus inside of his mind. And then he found Buddha inside of his mind. And then he decisively noticed that, oh, Buddha is my mind is Buddha. So Buddha is deathless, and my mind is deathless. He found that. After he found that, then there is no cold, there is no hurts, there is no hungry, there is no sadness. So then he says, I found the deathless, crucial point of deathless. So then after means, so then Milarepa again, he said that at the time the mother was around, then I, the son, was gone. By the time that I, the son, came back, the mother grown old and died. But even when they were both around, they had no substantial path. I, the son, choose sacred Dharma with its substantial path. I'm going now to meditate at White Rock Horsetooth Cave. So that Milarepa also says that because Milarepa was with Marpa, he 6 years and 8 months he spent his time with Marpa, and Marpa punished him a lot. From our side, I think we can say it's too much, but Milarepa was undertaking hardship. He accumulated profound his merit. So his mother's name is Nyangsa Karjin. So Nyangsa Karjin alone and his alone stays his birth place because she lose her wealth and all the possessions. She becomes like a beggar, and then but she kept their house, and then she stayed there. And Milarepa wandered in different places, and eventually he met Marpa, and he stayed there. And then when Milarepa came back, he said the mother getting old is that he studied black magic, and when he came back at that time, his mother getting old, and then he said died. That means when he came back from the Marpa's holy place, at that time his mother already passed away, and they have some house. The house cannot protect the water, and some leak from the roof of the house, and the inside he met the bones. So now you turn your face, your mind inside. If you experience like that, what happened? When Milarepa came back his home, right now many people go back their home, and then what happened is people carries like flowers garland, or they very big car invited, lots of fancy things come in front. But Milarepa returned his home, his family, and first he see outside the house. Later, actually, he said in his song, he saw his house. House is almost damaged. But then he opened the door and come inside. Inside, all everywhere, the water leaks water. All the rain comes inside. And then he turned another corner where his mother usually stays. And then there's only mother's bones. Only his mother's bones. Then he starts saying that Mayu zana penga mi penga lipzana ma ginkam Nikan zombro nyingbo mi pen nyingbo samde tampu la jusam Rakar taso gom dendo. He says, I'm going to go to the wet rock. So because he only met his mother's bone. Even recently, people die, and they have some people take care of the body, dead the dead of the body, but someone put under the ground, and sometimes they put on the fire and so forth. So there are many things, but he saw his mother's bones there. So that's all. And then he really arise impermanent. Oh, when my mother was alive in this place, I was another place. When I return in the home, there's no mother. But when I and my mom together, it's also no substantial part. Means because his uncle and aunts punished and took all the kind of financials, and then beat. And that he kicked him out. So that's where Milarepa really internally arises impermanence. So most of the time we think, oh, meditation, the meditate impermanence is we found in the Dharma books. So that is our misunderstanding. How Milarepa found impermanence? How did he find? Milarepa found impermanence from his family situation. He did not find impermanent from books. So that's where in the daily compassion, for example, we generate compassion. If we try to generate compassion, there are countless of sentient beings experience suffering. Rich people are suffering because of some competitions and because of their too much desires and so forth. Poor people are suffering because of the shortage of their food and clothes and so forth. And some people are suffering because of a different disease. Some people are suffering with another obstacles, and then animals, they are suffering. So there are many suffering. Many beings are suffering, and so that's where if we try to understand that and then generate bodhicitta and compassion, so then our bodhicitta becomes authentic bodhicitta. Our compassion becomes real, pure, very excellent compassion we can generate. Otherwise, only during the recitation we say, may all mother sentient beings be happy. And then sometimes we just recite, but no feeling. So that's where it cannot affect in our mind. It's not fault of Dharma books. Dharma books are very important because Buddha says in the future degenerated time, I come as Dharma book. So at that moment you respect it. So that's where it's not a mistake of Dharma books, but how we are going to improve our practice is we are look at each other. For example, you look at me and you can immediately arise compassion towards me. So I'm seeking happiness and I'm trying to running away from suffering. So that's you know. Do you believe? Why not? So then you generate compassion. So then likewise, then we generate compassion each others, and then our daily kind of life. Everything is changed. Everything is lots of their things happened. Then we can arise the lots of Dharma realizations. And then Milarepa says, at the time the sister was around, the brother was nowhere near. By the time the brother had come back, the sister had gone, but where? But even when they were both around, they had no substantial path. The brother chose sacred Dharma with its substantial path. I'm going now to meditate on Wet Rock Horsetooth Cave. Milarepa has a sister. Then Milarepa's sister, after Milarepa left from his hometown, and then his they have a very kind of tremendous suffering in their family. So that's why then Milarepa's sister wandering. There's no place, but she becomes a beggar. She asks some food, and she loves her brother so much. And her father passed away, and mother just at home. Seems, at that time, mother also. Mother passed away. Both parents were passed away, And then Milarepa was not there, so she wandered different places. Recently, we can search through mobile phone. Do you see my sister? Her name is like this and that, and the body is like that tall or this something. Here's her color is like that and this. So then we can ask. Her sister name is Petangunji, and then just ask. Even we can ask if you heard the name of Petangunji, and please let me know. We can say recently. At that time, Milarepa had no idea where is his sister. So then Milarepa started that song. When brother come back home, sister is not there. I don't know where is my sister, but then the village people also don't know where is she. So that's where then Milarepa again he said, "Oh, this is impermanent. So I'm going to meditate on the horse-tooth cave." So he went to the horse-tooth cave. And for us, maybe we do not lose our sister like Milarepa did, but all thinking beings are our sisters and brothers because we are Mahayana practitioners. Mahayana is not in the book. Mahayana is actually not only related to some cultures. Mahayana means Maha means great, Yana means the kind of rope, like a vehicle. So we can carry all thinking beings. So we are Mahayana practitioners. At that moment, we should perceive that all thinking beings are our brothers and sisters, especially Dharma brothers and sisters. So that's why then in this world, many beings lose, even not only humans, animals. So at that time, then number one, generate compassion. Number two, think. When we think other side, some losing or something, missing or something, at that time we generate compassion, and then turn this attention here and think impermanent. So suddenly Milarepa went to the horse-tooth cave, but right now we are going to a special cave. Where is that cave? It's mindfulness. Mindfulness is the best cave of retreat. And then we meditate. Even you are holding a cup of tea, we nobody is sure that somebody hold the tea cup and then passed away. You know, the death comes when actually there's the Lord of Death is compassionless. That means the Lord of Death, when he came, when does he came? Nobody is sure. Tomorrow or this evening or in the middle of the night or after this a few moments later. If Lord of Death shoot the lasso, that is impermanent. And then there is like a hook. And then he pull it, that means that we will go next life. So that's where meditate on impermanent. And then if we practice only these two things, we become great practitioners. Number one, give compassion, bodhicitta, other beings when they are suffering. And then ourselves also, oh, this body is a precious human life, but we are not sure when our mind and body separate, because our body is like a guest house, and then the mind is a guest, so it rent this body for temporarily. So, and then if we have these thinkings, then we become great Dharma practitioners. And then we meditate on impermanent, and we will be able to understand interdependence. Everything is interdependence each other's. Like this table. This table has 4 legs. these four legs are interdependent each others. If we don't have one leg, then this temple cannot sit like this. So that's where we will, we will be able to understand the interdependence. Then if we go a little further inside of the interdependence, then emptiness. We can find emptiness. So first we can realize emptiness. That is, we understand emptiness. But then we improve this emptiness, this understanding little more, and then our clarity arises in the mind. If our clarity arises in our mind, if we maintain for a little while there, and bliss come from there. So that's where bliss, clarity, emptiness, these three things comes together in our mind. That we call the union of clarity and emptiness, union of bliss and emptiness. And then we can label that, oh, the emptiness part is Dharmakaya, clarity part is the Nirmanakaya, and bliss part is Sambhogakaya. So three kayas are inside of our mind means that. And then we can recognize three kayas with our mind. And then after we recognize three kayas are there, then we liberate from this samsara. So at that moment, then whatever we hear, we see are Buddha's form, whatever we hear are the mantras, and then whatever thoughts comes here are very good. Right now, thoughts arises are difficult, it's challenges, they interrupt our meditation. But if we gain the realization of emptiness, then the thoughts comes are very fortunate. Each thought comes, it's promote our realization of emptiness and clarity, and then bliss and so forth. So 3 times up, our time's up, so we stop here. And please arise bodhicitta and dedicate our merit, okay? Chanjo senjo rambo che ma je ba na je jer je ba nyam ba me ba gong ne gong de be war jo.
Thank you, Khenpo Tenzin. Thank you, everyone. Please stand by in the Zoom room. Just wait momentarily while we change live streams for the Dharma discussion group.